So for about a year now, I've been striving to market myself and brand myself as a drug-free athlete that works on inspiring others into fitness while also showing what we are capable of with the limitless mindset without the use of any performance-enhancing drugs or really supplements. So it has been quite a fitness journey. I tend to learn the hard way. And in order to be motivational, I have to show both sides of the journey. I have to show the injuries, the muscle imbalances, biomechanical issues, and also the personal records and accomplishments. And a lot of times recently, I've only shown the accomplishments and videos on Instagram of compilations of certain personal records. So now it's time to show some of the things that I currently am dealing with. Uh, so it's been a long journey. I started working out when I was 16, and I learned the hard way with muscle imbalances. My first one was I began working out only upper body during track season. It's a funny story. And so I gained a lot of weight, upper body, and my legs were really skinny. I ruined my track season. But anyways, I ended up only working out quads when I began working out my legs, never hamstrings. So my quads got too strong for my hamstrings. I ended up slightly tearing them when I was doing a 100-meter sprint. First experience with a muscle imbalance. So you have to work out everything completely. But that actually didn't teach me. I like to learn the hard way. So my next injury was iliotibial band syndrome. I never stretched. Stretching is very important. So I developed iliotibial band syndrome, which was also an experience. It took a lot of stretching and different things to overcome that. Then recently, what I'm dealing with now is a muscle imbalance. It's actually called synergistic dominance, where my traps for short and lats are too strong for rhomboids and rear deltoids. Because I stopped working out rear deltoids and rhomboids, I never knew they existed until I started studying for the personal training certification for NASM. And also the synergistic dominance, the larger muscle groups just took over completely. Didn't give rhomboids a chance to ever work out. So they just got weaker and weaker. These got stronger and stronger. Eventually I started getting pain in the top of my shoulders when I would do bench, dumbbell bench, bench press, to a point where I couldn't even work chest out. So I had an assessment done by a couple different people, and it really opened my eyes up to how important it is to make sure you work out everything evenly and maintain the right relationships with each muscle group, the length tension relationships. So the other injury is going to be biomechanical issues. So I have a series of exercises I do to overcome those, just because everyone has little tweaks here and there that from daily living that they kind of get thrown off over time. Everyone has something in regards to that. But next thing would be, what is it? Oh yes, my left Achilles tendon area. I was driving a 5-speed Jeep for a while and had a very stiff clutch. So from driving that Jeep over time, it actually shortened my range of motion, which made it more injury prone. And then being very active on top of that, I ended up hurting it and just ignoring it. And then over time, it got worse and worse to a point where now I had to let it heal. And then I'm working on lengthening it to its original length and then strengthening it. So it's a learning, it's a lesson as well. So I have the muscle imbalances, the calf injury, and then the biomechanical issues, which I'm working on it. And every single workout, things get better, which is very motivating. But I wanted to share with anyone who watches these videos or has an interest in fitness that my fitness journey hasn't always been personal records. It's been overcoming a lot to accomplish the strength level I've reached and my body weight. And to accomplish what I want to accomplish, I have to take 3 steps back to take a step forward. So it's not always sunshine. It's a journey. So don't let injuries stop you from achieving your full potential in health. And just take it one day at a time. Because as my friend Zach Wood would say, health and fitness is not a privilege. It's actually It's actually earned. You have to put the time in every day, a little bit of time in, at least, to reach your full potential. So, this is a series of what I have to do to reach my full potential in order to become the most functional athlete. Because my personal goal is to be as functional as possible, and my definition of functional is relative strength and absolute strength, but primarily relative strength that applies to other events. So my goal as a functional athlete, I define functional as being able to do a series, any activity really. So I want to learn the gymnastics side. I want to learn the parkour side for agility. I want to learn the powerlifting side, the MMA side, pretty much every single aspect. So I have to take it one at a time and reach my full potential in each category, and then combine it. So I'm doing so one at a time. But I have to show you both sides of the journey. So those of you that have injuries and are seeking to overcome them, just take it one day at a time and go seek the right help. Actually, I have a handful of people that have helped me, great people. So if anyone has any injuries and don't know who to turn to, come to me and I can point you in the right direction.